I flip you for real.
Oh my god. Hello, Rebel GMan 10F. Happy New Year. Season's greetings are over. Happy New Year's in. New year, new recap, new metal. No, it's the same. Not me. It's the same McNugget, as you can almost certainly tell in the background.
Hello,
Jesus
everybody.
Christ, McNugget.
We'll fix it in post.
Wow, that's almost like as much of a catchphrase as the word bald these days.
Yes.
Jesus. Anyway, hello GMan 10F. I hope you are well. Apologies for the slightly delayed start. We had internet issues yesterday. They're all fixed up for today. So we're here. And we have a game already played. The Rarimbo Orcs have beaten Angry Alma. I'm sure we'll bet on Rarimbo Orcs beating Angry Alma when we review week 7. But looking at
think
week
it'll be a 2-1.
Looking at week 6, there's a 2-0. Angry Alma took a 2-0 over the Oslo Snake Club. Directed by me, I am fully aware, picked up an admin victory over Rebel Vikings. They couldn't get the schedule down. They missed it. Hargrim had a strike of real life, I believe, and it just got a bit messy. So Tommy Wizow took the win there. Furry Harem took a 2-1 over Only Falls and Hobgoblins. I'm pretty sure we predicted that.
We said that would be close. That was the Keith Carr and the good Trough team.
Yeah, we did say it'd be close. There's Contract Killers and the Rat Rebel. Ooh, that's a 1-1. That tells no story at all. That's interesting. I wonder how that went in game.
Yep, definitely a battle of top coaches that we're aware of. Crystal Hunter and Bernie Team Killer before.
We'll have to look at what state the Rat Rebel are in.
Yes.
Arrogant Bar, Stewards, and From the Stars had already played on our last recap, and Rarimbo Orcs took a 1-1 against Tabard Tellers, which is a bit of what can you say? It's a bit of it's special, isn't it? That one. If we look at the leaderboards really quick.
Orcs and Dark Elves.
JP Casey. No, not as many draws as I thought. Maybe the draw machine was in the other division we recap. I know that I'm pretty sure
It was.
we definitely recap a draw machine team, and it's a bit of their special hitting that draw every time. But yeah, look at the leaderboard. It's a bit weird. It's not really. It's exactly how we predicted it. Aside from Angry Alma making like a late season push, he's doing really well these last few games. As Martin said, turns out he was a bit of a dark horse. He was trying to keep his head down and then suddenly make a sprint for the finish.
He has indeed. Looking at both obviously the Rat teams at the top there. Keith having pulled ahead slightly by a point. It's definitely.
It's still really. This division is tight. This is tough to call.
Bear in mind, of course, the Angry Alkmaar have played the extra game this week.
Still, even if you discount that, right? Keith Carr, Crystal Hunter, very, very, very close. I like that the two big Rat teams that we know are doing so well, but there's also Nauru, Bernie Buffon, and even Rarimbo isn't a million miles away from the player line with those 4 draws adding a sneaky little 4 points onto the back. I still think this is a tough one to call, this division. And again, if further down, you're probably looking for next season development.
It probably is. I think this season is shaping up to one of the Rat teams making it and the other possibly imploding to allow one of the third to sixth place teams to sneak in.
We could check the development and figure out if there's implosion being happening.
Yes.
Crystal Crystal SPP Hunter. See if he's got those level ups he's been hunting.
Probably not.
Directed by me. We still don't have a ton of development, so there's not a lot we can talk about on this team. He's got his Dirty Player Zombie though, which I'm a big fan of. I keep telling everyone to take Dirty Player Zombies, and he feels like he's the only person listening to me at this point.
Yes, but everybody else betrayed him, so.
Yeah, well, that's why he kicks him in the head. It's fine. Let's move on, because I want to see this team. Oh my god, he's got level ups.
Crystal SPP Hunter did stuff.
He's got like 5 level ups across his entire team now. That's at least 2 more than he had last time.
He still doesn't have a leveled Storm Vermin.
I know, but they're really close.
But they've been really close for 8 weeks.
I know, because Storm Vermin naturally aren't great at leveling by themselves. You kind of have to help them. But no, Netuk the Guard lineman and Guard 2 heads Guard is such a weird build on this Gut Runner, but I kind of like it.
It must be doing something, because despite no development, SPP Hunter is getting the wins.
Well, like I said, he's kind of a good player. So,
I was going to say,
this lack of development? Is this lack of development and winning? Is this the equivalent of like holding one hand behind your back in a fight?
I don't know what it is. It's concerning.
It's a thing. It's a thing, definitely. Moving on, good old JPKC and the Tabatellers. He's got a blitzer out. Is it permanent? Is it bad? It's okay. It's just an MNG. That's fine.
Yep, their blitzer is just missed the next game. They've still got the Mighty Blow blitzer, which is always good. One with Blodge. So the 4 blitzers now, I presume they'll be saving.
Wasn't there 2 Witch Elves? Was there 2 Witch Elves? Have we had a Witch Elf death, maybe?
You can always hope.
we can hope the elf exploded.
He's not suffered a death in a few weeks. I don't think so. I just think it's been the fact that they've not been able to get the second witch yet.
Yeah, they are. I mean, like I say, they've got so many players about to pop. Do the vanity passes, for Christ's sakes. There's 4 players that need to pass. One of them's missed next game, so you can't pass on the night, of course. But the other 3 have no bloody excuse anymore. Please, JPKC, throw a few passes, mate. Just 3 passes next game. 3. And we'll be happy. We'll leave you alone.
Up next, we've got From the Stars and Noru, who did, of course, pick up the win this week already. Now,
their team is exactly as it was last week. We kind of don't need to cover this. Sorry, Noru, but we're just going to be saying what we said last week because you'd already played. So I can't really help you, mate. Raijin Arashi on the Oslo Snake Club has got pending level ups, which always makes it fun to recap because we can't say anything about your team that we didn't say last week either. So nice one for that. And I feel like I'm about to say the same thing for Arimbo as well. So this is a bit quicker than usual because if you don't level up, we can't talk about your level ups.
Exactly. And it's not like you can't see who you have in the next few weeks.
Yeah, I know, but some people really like to play mind games. Mind games, like 4D chess. And it's like, you know what, don't play 4D chess with me, son.
No. We don't recap 4D chess. We recap Blood Bowl.
Yeah, oh my god. Team Killer Buffon has still refusing to... point blank refusing. He's playing the same game as Crystal Hunter. It's like they're playing level up chicken.
I'm away to go and have a look at the SPP in their game. So, they both got an MVP. Oh, McNaughton is awesome, got the MVP for the Contract Killers.
Of course
I called that.
You actually did as well. That's the worst part.
They both got 1 Kaz and 1 touchdown, so they both tried to do as little development as possible.
I mean, it's not killing teams, to be fair. No. Like, you're bigging up Bernie Buffon into this big, scary team killer dude.
Bernie Team Killer Buffon. Get his name right.
But he's not killing anything, because killing things gets you SPP. And him and Crystal Hunter are having this massive game of SPP chicken. That is all I can assume is happening. Is they're staring into each other's eyes, and they're waiting to see who flinches and levels up a player.
Okay, can we change it just for this one recap to Bernie, my soul killer, Buffon?
I think it's going to be perpetually that until he actually pops a couple of these level up cherries on his team. He's got a couple of 5, but sure, we've just been talking about JPKC popping the vanity passes. You can't really do that on Choffs. I mean, you can, but you've kind of got to pitch clear the opponent first.
Sadly, yes. But he's still getting the results, just like SPP Hunter.
Exactly, because they're playing level up chicken.
They're playing the inducement game. I've never seen inducement Chorse being played before, and it could be a totally new meta.
Right.
Bernie, sack the Bulls. Just go 11 Hobgoblins.
Bernie, sack the Bulls, Buffon. Moving on to Hargrim, I know he didn't play his game, so again, the team remains the same. I can't help you, man. I'm sorry if you don't do stuff with your team. Angry Altner have got a couple of games in, and their Mighty Boys just doing bugger all. I mean, they're winning games, so I'm assuming it's probably getting KOs, but it's not leveling up.
Well, they seem to either win or lose, which, depending on how you look at it, is better than 4 draws.
I mean, that's there's only 3 results in the game, so you're saying they're hitting 2 of the 3 results. It's hardly a big claim, is it?
Considering how bashed this team's been since the start, it's one hell of a result. Again, right, this is another team that isn't getting a ton of development. More than the other teams that aren't getting development, but they're not getting a ton of development, yet they're winning games. Mm-hmm. I don't know what's going on in this division. I definitely need to watch more of their games.
Because this is just... It's like people just go, now we don't need level ups to win. It's fine.
I'm just saying, I can't wait to see who gets playoffs and play-ins from this division.
It's I mean, it's so close. It's so exciting.
I know.
It's just there's not many level ups to talk about. The bar stewards have
Up next.
no level ups again. So what can I say? They've got players. They're quite good.
They've got elves alive. That's always a good
12
thing.
elves, right? Is a not bad place to be, is it?
It's not indeed. It's quite a nice place to be in.
Has the salmon leveled up a player? The salmon. Oh god, the salmon's got a really nice chaff blocker actually.
It does.
Bardak Burnt Soul is actually really nice.
The salmon's leveled up 2 chaff blockers. Are you looking, Bernie? 2 chaff blockers,
and both of his bulls have a level, which is
both. Sack the bulls, Bernie.
or level them. One of the two.
Or level up, yes. No, the Salmons, this chaff team is turning into quite a well-oiled machine. The guard might well stand for.
That's definitely like a linchpin. It's a keystone player in your line, that Bardic Burnt Soul, because he ain't going anywhere. Stand firm, guard, mighty blow. He helps everyone around him. You can't clear him out easily because of the stand firm, and he even hits you really quite hard when he gets to punch you too. So, on the whole, he's a nice player, and bulls are actually developing, which is great.
Definitely going in the right way, and the results have been picking up as well. A couple of wins and a couple of draws.
Look at that though. We've moved on. Look at this team. This team is it's almost like a team with level ups. Are you listening, Crystal? But look at Rhea too. He's got a almost natty 1 turner, dude. How filthy is that?
But Metal, look, he's got a rat ogre with guard.
I know, we talked about that. We know we don't like that. What?
I'm surprised you ever look lower than that.
Well, because he's got a storm vermin with mighty blow and plus agility. Exactly. I think.
I would have liked to see tackle.
Do I press my button? I press my button. We're calling that one bold. That is certified bold, ladies and gentlemen. Certified bold.
Personally, from the little rats that I've played, I wouldn't have taken agility there because I'd be looking to use gutter runners to recover based on the fact
there are precisely 4 players on a rat team. 5 if you're running a throw, but if you're running a throw, you're wrong. So never your argument's irrelevant anyway. There's 4 players on a rat team you take plus agility on, and they're all called gutter runners.
Or Sally.
Well, to be fair, right, there is a world where it does help you reposition, not get bogged down on players. If your blitz goes into like a push on a stand firm player or a double both down or on a block player or something like that, it does kind of help. But in both those scenarios, you could have just had Juggernaut. So, I don't like it. But Keith is winning games. So, yes. I can't 100%.
It's almost like SPP helps you win games.
Oh, well, clearly it doesn't matter because the other 2 teams are also doing fine. Right, going into this week, Furry Harem have Oslo Snake Club. I kind of feel like
Furry Harem.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Keith because Keith is just performing. And
yes, and that movement 10 is a real gem in that team to help them get the results.
And they've got a bench of 1.
And Agi4 Storm Vermin.
I'm sure that'll help somehow. We'll figure that out later, I guess.
Yeah.
From the Stars versus Directed by Me. Now, Directed by Me has had... Tommy Wisehouse had a torrid season so far. One of his only 2 wins was picked up because of an admin result, which is not ideal. Well, obviously, it's more ideal than getting a loss from an admin.
Than get a loss. But hopefully, you'll be looking to use that bench to get a bit of kicking in on Noru, who I also think will be looking to pick up the big win this round to try and put the pressure on those top teams.
This feels like a must-win game for Noru because he's just behind the main pack. Yeah. He's close enough that he's very much a threat and needs to be watched. But he's just far enough away that he kind of has to win.
If he loses and they win, there's a big gap.
Yes. Now, Only Fools and Hobgoblins versus the Rat Rebel. This is a really tough game again for the Rat Rebel because they're refusing to level up.
It's okay. They'll win 1-0 or 2-1 and not level up and win.
They'll get precisely 8 SPP or something, and it'll be fine.
5. Oh well, yeah.
A touchdown
11,
and a touchdown and a 2-0 maybe. Yeah, they won't get a lot. It's fine.
And it'll be online rats that don't level.
Maybe there'll be a vanity pass between gut runners to get one of the touchdowns. I don't know.
Storm Vermin to level? Nah, it sounds too meta to level for me.
Right. This next one this is a tougher one to call. The Bar Stewards versus the Tabar Tellers. Both teams could have a really good shot here, and I don't know who I want. Well, it's not about wanting, is it? It's about who I want to pick to predict to win, or if it's what, I might give it a draw just because I really don't know what I'm doing with either of these teams. In this.
The worry is they both have Mighty Blow Blitzers, so they could actually do too much damage to each other.
So what you're saying is there's a world where they just hurt each other and draw, and it's just terrible for both of them.
Yeah,
it's like the whole nuclear situation, isn't it? It's just mutually assured destruction. If you hit me with your mighty blow, I'll hit you with my mighty blow. We'll get a draw. Everyone dies, and we're both sad.
Exactly, because what don't you love more than elves killing elves?
That's a good point. There's not much. Rats killing rats.
Yeah,
Chorfs killing rats. Chorfs killing wood elves.
Or chorfs killing chorfs.
Bernie Buffon living up to his name of killing players rather than
my
hopes
soul
and dreams. But yeah, the Rebel Vikings already being down several players' armor values kind of sucks for them.
Yeah, definitely. I can see Bernie going very aggressive here to try and get those levels, which I hope he does.
This is the time where you stop being cagey and punch your opposing team to death and get tons of SPP, Bernie. Or
Bernie,
not, I assume. I mean, what do I know?
This is your chance to repay the faith I've showed you in you, Bernie, Team Killer Buffon, and
or the Rebel Vikings.
Team MNGM.
Rebel Vikings will just do that whole we're a Wood Elf team and you don't have that much development, so we're going to take the ball off you a lot and score a lot. And I think that could happen. But I'm probably going to give it as a 2-1 grind to the Chorfs. Or maybe a 1-0 because he doesn't seem to like SPP.
No, exactly, and it'll be if only you could do defensive touchdowns in Blood Bowl. That's what he'd be doing.
He's going to take a knee up the field when he's 1-0 up. Is what he's going to do.
McNaughton Hobgoblin is going to score the winner.
Keep the knees healthy for the playoffs. That's what it is.
Yeah,
planes first of all, actually. So basically, that's the lot. Sorry, it's a bit shorter, but genuinely, there was so many teams who'd done nothing or refused to level up that we couldn't talk about. It makes it kind of difficult to recap. But there is a couple of bits of things I want to talk to you. Obviously, we're a day late today. Sorry about that. We've covered why. Next week, we're also going to be a day late, but that we've got a much better reason. I'll be in Prague with the missus for her, because it was her 30th birthday on Boxing Day. So
40th.
30th.
Happy 40th.
She's definitely 30 because I'm 5 years older than her. I'm only 35.
It doesn't matter. She won't watch this.
It's true. She's not listening either, so it's fine. But yeah, so we're going to be in Prague. So we're going to be getting back about 10 o'clock on the Wednesday night. So we won't be available to recap. So we will be doing it on the Thursday. So look for it Thursday night, Friday daytime. It'll be going up and available. And a secondary point, because I know not everyone reads all of the announcements and the subreddit regularly and things, there is the 4th Rebel Cripple Cup one-day tournament happening on the 19th. It's a Saturday. Starts nice and early UK time. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, which I know is early to wake up, but it means that the guys in Big O and Rel can play as well, which is nice. It's actually a lot of fun. 1-minute turns, loads of death because you can't fire players, and there's no appos and things like that, and there's a lot of mighty blow on the pitch. It's a wonderful way to spend a Saturday if you're not in work and whatnot, and it's kind of short notice, and we're sorry about that, but we've been busy. And genuinely, if you haven't taken part in a Rebel One Day tourney, they're really good fun. Everyone has everyone has a really good attitude. You know, people are there mostly for there are a couple of tryhards, but we tend to beat that out of them eventually, and most people turn up and just have a good laugh, and it's really fun watching what comes out by the end of the day. There's some very, very dead players and teams. It's good fun.
And if you can't play on it the whole day, definitely come along and watch the streams. There's lots of jumping in and out games when players die or big things happen. and it's definitely a one-day tournament. If you can't play in it, it's definitely worth having a watch as well.
It's almost 100% going to be on my stream. So I'll be commentating for the day. Almost 100%. Like 99%.
Almost 100%.
As I said, life's been a bit upside down at the minute, which is why I can't 100% confirm it. But it's like 99%. We'll give it an almost certainty. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Have a great week of games. We will catch you Thursday next week for our next recap, where hopefully certain teams have started to level up, other teams have started to perform. A certain
Crystal Hunter's got a developed player.
A certain coach has decided he actually is going to listen to us and start vanity passing, and things like that. But you all stay classy, folks, and thank you once again, McNugget.
Thank you very much, and catch you all next week.
Take it easy, dudes.